leadership is hard.
It's hard.
And describing and being a good leader is hard. What has been your success, makes you a good leader, to be a leader in so many different areas for so long, especially in I would imagine, a challenging industry like healthcare and IT?
So when and leadership is not about the leader. And I equate this back to basketball. When you have a coach or coaches, they can't go out on the court and shoot the ball and dribble the ball and pass the ball. But coaches have to be really good at getting work done through others. And so from a leadership perspective, that's how I see it. As a leader, I have to be really good at getting work done through others. I have roughly 60 team members that report up through me. And it's important that I tap into what motivates each of them and balance that with what the strategic priorities are for the organization, and then what are the priorities for my individual teams. And you have to balance that and understand how to motivate and bring out the best in each person. In the same way you do on a soccer field, the same way it happens if you have a coach that has the best boxer, he can't box for that boxer. So leadership is about creating high-performing, well-efficient, and cohesive teams. That's how I lead. I am really good at building good teams. I may not be the best, but I'm really good at that because I understand team dynamics. I understand it to my core. And what I know, in order for anyone to be successful and any leader to be successful, it's not about you. You have to get the work done through others, and you have to get it done through the pathway that motivates them individually, not always collectively. And that's how I lead. And that's what I've learned from my athletic career. That's what I've learned from the grit growing up in East St. Louis with minimal resources. That's what it's about.
And what is it, so to motivate them, to get the best out of them, how do you do that? What are the tricks? And trick's not the right word. It sounds like you're tricking somebody. What are the tools in Sylvia's toolbox that helps you to be one of the best at doing that?
So people, the person, the individual person. Currently, I have, I mentioned I have roughly 60, and the numbers could give or take a few numbers. But I meet with each of my team members. The cadence is different. Some of them I meet with weekly, and some of them I meet with twice a year. But most importantly, meeting with the person to understand what motivates them. Some are transactional. Some people are transactional. As long as you pay me, then I'll do that. Some are not. Some are motivated by doing good work or what their passion is. Some are motivated by recognition, whether it's public recognition or you recognize them in private. Some are motivated by family legacies. You know, my parents and my grandparents, and they were born here and they worked here. So the legacy, there's a pride thing. So understanding who the people are, it's how you motivate them. I'll take it back to athletics. Our coach could motivate each of us differently. That note that Coach Williams wrote to me was enough for me to have the courage to pack up my things from Houston and move to Austin. I don't know where I'm going to stay, but we'll figure it out when we get there. But you need to be in that gym, showing them your talent. So it's about connecting with the individual people. Now, in leadership, you have to have courage to do the right thing, even if sometimes it's unpopular. But you also have to have courage, and you have to put in the time to understand your team members and what motivates them. And I'm 6 or 7 months in, and that's what I've been spending my time, understanding my team members, as well as creating the strategy for us to move forward and to meet the strategic priorities of the organization, as well as the priorities that I've set for our different teams.
Sounds like you're building trust and psychological safety and care and concern through getting to a deeper level of them versus it's all about me, the leader.
And absolutely, because I've had some that would say, in their career, they don't recall ever having 15 or 20 minutes where it's just them and a director or senior director. And I don't think that there's anything special. It just depends on the organization, the structure, and what that particular leader has on their plate. Not every leader leads the same way, but I do believe every leader has to be really good at getting work done through others. Whatever their methodology is, my methodology is to connect with each person and then share who I am as well, because they need to know who they're following. So if I want them to trust my judgment, if I want them to follow the roadmap, the track that I'm laying down for them, if I want them to run on that track, they need to understand who they're following. Because not everybody's, they're not going to blindly follow you because your title says you're the leader. Just because your title says that doesn't mean I totally trust you and want to follow your judgment, and I trust your judgment and want to follow you. So for me, it was important for them to understand who I am, how I lead, what motivates me, how I operate, and I needed to understand that about them. And then we can build a team, and they can trust, even if they don't know all the details, they can trust my judgment because they know what my operating system is.